Now let's look at subtracting mixed numbers when you have to do some regrouping. So for this example, 4 2/5 minus 2 4/5, I can't take away 4/5 from 2/5. So if I look at it this way, you can see I'm going to have to do some regrouping. I can do 4 minus 2, but now I cannot take away 4/5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change one of my wholes into 5/5. Now, if you notice, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/5 here. I still have my 2/5. So now I have 7/5. Now I can take away 4/5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm left with 3/5 and 1 whole. So I'm going to get 1 3/5. Now in this example, 3 1/6 minus 4/6, I'm going to try to match up my 4/6 that I'm trying to subtract. All I have so far is just 1/6 to match up, so that's not going to work yet. So here I'm going to do some regrouping. I'm going to change this 1 whole into 6/6. So now I have 7/6 here all together. Now I can match it up. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm left with 2 wholes and 3/6, or 2 3/6, which simplifies by 3 and becomes 2 1/2. Now let's look at an alternate strategy. Now, a different way you could do this is to change both of these into improper fractions. So if I take my 1 whole here and I split it into 4 parts, and I can do the same thing with this one. And this one. And this one. I can see how many fourths I would have all together. So I would have 4, 8, 12, 16, or 4 times 4 is 16, plus my extra 1 for the 4 1/4, plus 1, so I would have 17 fourths. Now, if I decide to do it this way, I have to change both of them. So I also have to change 1 3/4. Well, here's 1, and there's my 3/4 that I need to take away. So that would be 4 here plus 3, so that's going to be 7/4. Now I would do my subtraction and get 10/4. Now when I have 10/4, I have to switch it back. So here's 4, 8, I would have 2 wholes and then 2 more. So 2 2/4, or 10 divided by 4, which is 2 with the remainder of 2, so we call that 2/4. And that can be simplified by 2 to get 2 1/2. So let's take a look at the process that we're going through when we subtract with regrouping with mixed numbers. It's a little bit different than when you're subtracting whole numbers, because when we subtract 6 minus 3/8 minus 3 7/8, if I'm going to regroup from the 5, I'm changing it by 1 whole, not by 10. Now, what am I going to do? Well, if I split this into 8 pieces, now that 1 whole that I had there is 8/8, but I also have those 3/8. So now I have 11/8 here all together. So I really have 5 wholes left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 11/8. Now I can do my subtraction. I can take away 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm now left with those 4 there. And then I can take away 3 wholes. 1, 2, 3. I'm left with 2 and 4/8, which I'm going to simplify by 4 and get 2 1/2. Here's another example. 4 1/5 minus 1 3/5. So again, I'm going to regroup from the 4 and make it a 3. This time, that 1 whole is going to be called 5/5. So it's still 1 whole, but now I'm calling it 5/5. Well, with the other 1/5 that I already had, I have now 6/5. So if I add the 5/5 to the 1/5, I will have 6/5. I still also have 3 wholes. Now I want to take away 1 3/5. So I'm going to take away 1. I'm now left with 2 wholes. And take away 3/5. 1, 2, 3. And I'm left with 3/5. So 2 3/5. Let's look at an example without the models. So 9 1/6 minus 4 5/6. Well, I can't do 1/6 minus 5/6. So I'm going to regroup. This becomes 8. Regroup that 1 as 6/6 because that's what my whole is. I'm going to add that to the 1/6 that I had. So now I have 7/6. 7/6 minus 5/6 is 2/6. 8 minus 4 is 4. I can simplify by 2. And get 4 1/3. Let's look at 12 4/12 minus 6 8/12. Can't do 4/12 minus 8/12, so I'm going to regroup. This becomes 11. I've changed it by 1, which I'm going to call 12/12. So now I'm going to add my 12/12, and now I have 16/12. 16 minus 8 is 8, so 8/12. 11 minus 6 is 5. This can be simplified as well. This time I can simplify by 4. And I would get 5 2/3.